What's up, guys? All right, so most people think that they're bad at sales, and that's why they're not making a ton of money in their career path. But the truth is, they're just not, they just don't have the right sales job. So in this video, I'm going to break down why tech sales is the easiest way for you to make good money in sales. And if you're not in the tech sales career path, you're probably leaving, and this is going to sound dramatic, but you're probably leaving multiple six figures on the table over the next 5 to 10 years, right? So let's go over that again. Most people think that if you're in a sales career and you're struggling, most people are going to say, man, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm bad at sales. But I'm here to tell you that it might not be your fault. It might just be the sales job, sales industry that you're selling into, right? So think about it like this. If you're, a current, a river, right? If you're swimming, wherever the world is headed, right? What's happening in the world right now? Tech, software, it's all taking over, right? So when you think about it, you want to swim with the current, right? You want to sell with the current. What everyone is already buying, you should be selling. You don't want to be doing other things where you're swimming against the current, making it an upstream, uphill battle for you to sell anything. Make it easy. Go find a sales job where people are lining up at the door. It's easy to make commission. You get inbound leads, all the things. Again, an average seller in a good opportunity is going to make way more than a really good seller that's not working a good job. Remember that. That is extremely key. You could be worse than someone at sales and make way more money than them because you're good at finding the right opportunity for you to actually be in. And over the next 10, 20, 30 years, there's not going to be a better career path than tech sales. If you don't agree, you might be living under a rock. I mean, think about it, right? Software's been eating the world for the past year and a half, or excuse me, decade and a half, maybe 2 decades. It's only going to continue to progress. So when we're looking at different sales industries, right, you've got high ticket closing, you've got insurance sales. There's all sorts of different sales paths out there. Just kind of using these as examples for like your commission only structure. So take that and compare it to tech sales. Here, you're probably getting worse leads, or you're having to find your own, or you're maybe even having to buy your own leads. You probably have a really low base. You probably don't even really believe in what you're selling, right? In tech sales, you're going to have this is a little bit generalized. In your first year, you're going to have like a 50 to 65K base. As you get more mature in your career, you can work up to like a 200K base. And on top of that, you can work towards commissions as well. So like in your first year, you could expect to make like 85 to 100K, 55K base, 65K base, commission on top of that. As you progress, you can really, really, really scale from there. And then you're also getting, right, you've got W-2, so that's going to help for like things like purchasing homes, getting loans and stuff like that. You're going to have better benefits. You're going to have paid vacation time. Um, Dental, health, all the normal things that you need. You're also going to have a real career path, right? A real career path where you can go from SDR to account executive or a small business AE to mid-market AE to enterprise AE to all of a sudden you've been in the career path for 5 years and now you're making $350,000. Does that happen here? I don't think so, right? And the beauty of it is like once you get to tech sales, like it's such a breath of fresh air. I was selling insurance, I was selling investments, commission only as my first sales job. There's no easier way to make money than tech sales. Again, you get paid 60K to show up in your first year, another 20 to 40K of commissions on top of that. Then you can get promoted every year, year and a half, depending on your performance, right? Recapping, right? Great sellers in bad industries are gonna struggle. That's why you have to pick a good industry to sell into. Even a bad seller can potentially be crushing quota, right? So imagine if you're a really good seller, now you're also in a really good industry. You're gonna be hitting accelerators, you're gonna be getting promoted. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Going back over why tech sales is the best career path in my opinion. First off, it's only going to continue to grow. It's only going to continue to grow. AI, cloud, cybersecurity, where's the world going, right? W-2, so you're going to get all the benefits, all that. You're going to get base salary and a good base salary, but you can still have that sales grind and like work for the commissions, which I know is something that we all like to do if you're a seller. clear promotion path, so you're actually building a career. And then, I mean, you could get up to seven figures in tech sales on a really good year. So ceilings are still extremely high. Um, when we break down like what compensation actually looks like, so this is what you can look at for your first year, year and a half, and then year two, three. This is kind of what you're looking at here, right? So your base plus commission, that equals OTE, which is just on target earnings. Then if you go over that, you can make even more money. They pay out what they're called accelerators, which means once you're over 100% of quota, they pay you out commissions at a time, usually like a times two multiplier. So if you hit 150% of quota in this role, you would actually make 240,000, right? So when you think about this, it's truly a mindset shift. You shouldn't be thinking, yes, you should get better at sales, but your number one priority should be figuring out how to find better opportunities to better jobs to have, how to find the right opportunity. How do you identify the place to work so that you can make your life easy? It's going to be tech sales as a whole. So take my advice and use that as your industry, right? And then within tech sales, you can use websites like RepView, who rank companies, right, in all different ways to actually find the top companies in the top industry. If you're in tech sales, you're going to be putting yourself in a good spot. But then once you get here, elevate that to the next level to working for the best companies within the industry. And so what are we really talking about here? Like if you're going to be in a sales career, right? You're going to be in the sales career path. We're all here to make money and to enjoy our life and have work-life balance. So the way you're going to do that is by putting an emphasis on finding the right opportunities. If you're already in sales, you might as well spend time getting a job that's good for you and not fighting that uphill battle where it's not worth it and it might make you even quit sales because it's so tough. That's pretty much all I have on this, guys. I think this is one of the most important things and one of the biggest breakthroughs anybody can have when it comes to a sales career. Um, One thing I will touch on here to kind of end the video. If you've been following me for a while, you know about my program, Tech Sales Trailblazers, which is a one-on-one program where I help people get to elite companies in tech sales. Over the past year and a half, we've helped over 70 people get in now. Feels like almost every week at this point, we're getting two, three guys in. It takes about 6 to 8 weeks to land a role once you join the program. Sometimes can be faster, sometimes can be a little bit longer. I work with everybody, yeah, it's extremely detail oriented. We do everybody's resume, we redo their LinkedIn's, we help them land interviews, and then we coach them through the entire interview process until they're landing until they're landing roles at some of the top companies. So if you're interested in that, I'll have a booking link down below. That way you can kind of check out what the program's all about. Um, really my mission is to, how do I empower people to get into the best career path that there is, but also within that career path, find the right jobs. And what that's going to get you is good, good work-life balance, while also being able to be proud of the types of companies that you're working for and this and what you're selling to different companies and actually like providing real world solutions for these companies that you're working with. Um, as well as just really giving you like an established career path where over the next 5, 10, 20 years, you can really grow within that. And if you do it the right way, become financially free as fast as possible. So a lot of cool stuff going on. Feel free to book an intro call. It won't be super salesy, just a chance for us to see if you're a good fit or not. Results are extremely good right now, and it's been a lot of fun. So drop any comments below if you have any questions. Happy to tap in with all you guys. Looking forward to the next one. Peace.